I've never played Dragon Quest VII before. The only Dragon Quest game I've beaten is 8. I've started what was then called Dragon Warrior 1 for the NES when I was a kid. I never beat that one either. Part of my goal, I do want to play and beat every Dragon Quest game eventually. They all count as awesome. I didn't stop to check. Hopefully this game focuses on the top screen. I didn't change my setup for bottom screen focus. Hey Gamey Native, how's it going? Very good guess. Gorgeous. Really, the art director's not Akira Toriyama. I guess the original art is Toriyama. Maybe he wasn't directly involved in the 3DS port. Does the Dragon Quest theme go all the way back to DQ1? I heard it in a lot of the earlier games when High Spirits was doing his series speedrun. This theme too. Cool. Just enough character. Fantastic. I like the little slime hourglass. They really doubled down on the slime thing. It's pretty great. Akira Toriyama's still behind the character design. Gotcha. Yeah, it wouldn't be Dragon Quest without him, right? Hey Leon, what's groovin'? Everyone's having a good evening. We'll be playing for about 2 hours tonight. Yeah, total remake, ground up. Keep your mouth shut about this place. Okay, Prince Kiefer. If the castle knew we were sneaking in here, we'd be a high jump. I'm not scared or anything, it's just there's stuff about this island we're not supposed to know, and I need to find out the truth. I believe this is the only island in the world. Ha! That's a little rubbish. You both know it. Shove the stone back into place and get home. On my count. 1, 2, push. Hey Goomba. Screwbin. You're an Anor Londo in Dark Souls, is that right? You're a pretty solid part of that game. Love the whole series. Morning, Yahan. How are you doing? I hope you were able to sleep at least a little bit. That's how it's going to be, is it? You're still not going to tell me what you're up to? I don't know which is the yes or the no. Find out what you're plotting. I'm going to tell everyone. So there. Tomorrow's the day of the Pilchard harvest. I'm getting off to bed, and so have you. It comes once a year. See you later, Mr. Mysterious. I like my goofy hat. Oh wow, yeah. This game looks really good. Oh, we're still going about busting barrels. Oh, look at that nice, clean sound effect there. Fisherman's son, huh? So maybe, I heard that there's a job system in this game. I'm kind of stoked for that. Recent developments. Okay, just remind me what just happened. I'm impressed they put that much text into that sort of thing. Heal all, quick save, settings. I'll check my settings, right? Fast messages, let's turn the music up. 3D, I'm probably going to keep turned off. I don't know what the different field cameras are. That sounds great. I love that they keep some of the sound effects, like the one for opening doors. It's fun. I like how clean everything is when you're just interacting with the environment. Breaking people's shit. No one's ever going to yell at me for that. Signed up for display. Stealing money from a sleeping person. Oh, it's from my mom. Pearl. Up bright and early tomorrow. I'll explore the rest of the town before I go to bed. Pollock is my dad. Interesting. I'm starting the game with 2 living parents. That's pretty rare for JRPGs. Might not last. I think this game was this sprite graphics in its original launch? It was a PS1 game originally, right? One of the most lauded in the series. Dragon Quest VIII does that cool, like, cel-shaded, it looks like 3D sprites style. What lies beyond the ocean? It's only natural for a young man to be curious. It was the same when I was your age. Paddle me little boats. The world road lies blue in the face. Ocean and more ocean. Really the only island in the whole world. For some reason I doubt that. No. Pilchard harvest. Prize fishing boat heads off at the crack of dawn, and you're not going to want to miss that. Very good. I think, well, you know, my experience, I only have played and beat 8. 8's a pretty solid game. It has a lot of modern amenities. Just know that despite its modern amenities, there's a lot of things that Dragon Quest does for nostalgia's sake, not because it's necessarily very fun to do. So often the experience curve can be pretty brutal, the rate at which you get money can be pretty brutal. If you have a 3DS and are patient, you can wait for the Dragon Quest VIII remake to come out. It's super soon. Or play this one. This one's probably quite good too, since they've had a new pass at it. We'll go ahead and go to sleep. Yeah, because it sounds like with the Dragon Quest VIII re-release, they're tweaking a lot of the stuff that made it feel somewhat frustrating. I think 7's the better game overall. Interesting. Yeah, 8's a very pretty game, I have to say. Alright, all my allowance. Get out. Ooh, what luck, a leather hat. I'm going to turn on a leather hat tomorrow. All the classic sounds. Wakey wakey, can't stand that all day. Day of the Pilchard harvest. Chop, chop. It'd be interesting to go back and watch a playthrough of this game on the original PS1. See what's changed. Early next year for 8. Before you go, I can see your father. Alright, sandwich delivery hype. Yeah, the music is very comforting. 8 went for an orchestral style, which is fine. It's still pretty melodic. I got a place in my heart for the old shitty synths that Uematsu likes so much in Final Fantasy. Guessing there's not more things in those barrels that we already checked out. Know your father a lot. Pollock's the greatest fisherman in this world has ever seen. Tummy's rumbling already. I like this music though. Rob these poor people's basements since they apparently don't give a shit. Ooh, JRPGs, a seed of resilience. Probably safely use that on the protagonists. Any items that give you like a permanent stat boost, I feel kind of safe using those on the main character. Usually be pretty certain I'll have them in my party for the whole game, you know? Or do I have to go? Oh, I see. Cool. There we go, leather hat. Fantastic. One thing you'll notice is that the Dragon Quest series always prefers the British spelling for things, which is kind of fun. And in Dragon Quest 8, all the characters have British accents. Does it really, Ikupo? Oh, that's crazy. Play games that have parts where you have to, like, speak into or blow into the microphone. Embarrassing to do when you're in public. Andrea still wants me to record a kawaii sound effect for her when you're required to yell that in Zelda Phantom Hourglass. This guy's chest? Locked tight, as it probably should be at this point in the game, right? Rob this poor guy. Yeah, kept the same goofy sound effects. Yeah, I can agree with that, Ganymede. Prefer the British spelling most of the time. It's good at removing ambiguity. I don't know how I feel about having like defense being D-E-F-E-N-C-E rather than S-E. Fisherman's job is to follow the fish. Where they go, we go. End of story. My dad looks like a Greek god. Father a hand. Did I actually do some work for a change? Heck yeah, I brought you a sandwich. Basically all I'm here for. Destroying everything with one hit. As long as all the bad guys in this game are barrels, crates, and vases, I think we're good to go. Swab the decks. Or something. Does the decks even need to be swabbed, or are you just giving me busy work? God. I have to rebel. Not a bunch of salty sea dogs to say little to you, you're gonna have to. You're going to your first fishing voyage, now Willis. Learn all you can from your old man. I'm more likely to respond to assigned tasks if you actually think about it. So I noticed, like, having only played Dragon Quest VIII, that already a lot of the items we're picking up are in common across the series. Does that go really far back? Like, have there been Wayfarer's clothes that generally look like that? Leather hat that generally looks like the hat that I picked up. I guess I don't know how long they've had custom item art for every item you pick up. Kind of a cool little piece of polish for the series. Final Fantasy doesn't really do that. Right. Weapon height. Grandy had a deck swapping minigame. That's cool. It looks about you. One more move and you're in the drink. Ooh, guess what? This game is like many 3DS RPGs in that you can play the whole thing left-handed. Really, really nice when you're doing something like streaming, or if you're like looking something up on the internet, for example. Oh, I can rotate the camera. I didn't realize that. That's cool. No, what are you going for? Newly married and leaving my beautiful bride behind. Go be a fisherman. Oh, wait, no, I can't actually... I can progress conversations that I've already started, but it doesn't look... It looks like I need to use my right hand to talk to people. It's kind of a bummer. I guess I don't know how else they would do it. I have to use L and R for the camera rotation. Oh, Dragon Quest VIII's the first one to do art for every item? Got some money. Got some money. Got some money. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, look at all these barrels. Is that a person back there or a squirrel? That is a person. What are you doing, Rudo? Blow my cover. Oh, she's gonna be pissed. Stowing away. How tasty your stew is? Flattery will get you everywhere. I'll let you aboard this ship. Gotta be right, tell your father what you've been up to. Isn't this one new 3DS exclusive, though, or is that going to be Dragon Quest VIII? I mean it. As much as the actual game feels polished, like the menu font looks like borderline Times New Roman, that could be part of the visual style they're going for, you know. Drinks on the display. Everyone's heard of the mighty Pollock. Famous fisherman for a father. His brother is just as famous, just like infamous. Ooh, is his brother like a pirate or something? Oh, man, opening up the gates. go in the kitchen and wreak havoc. Oh, weren't they saying it was going to be 3DS, or new 3DS exclusive? I could have sworn that was a thing. That was a reason to get the new 3DS. Okay. Nothing else in here for now. This game is super pretty. They've done a really good job with it. I like this visual style of basically doing what looks like 3D sprites. I think that Akira Toriyama's art style really lends itself to it as well. Look after your mother. So he's totally coming back safe and sound. If I know my JRPG tropes. He's going to be totally safe. We're not going to go on any sort of quest to track down our dad, who might be Zeus. Maybe other developers backed out because they were concerned about fracturing their user base. Woof. Oh, look how fluffy this dog is! He's adorable! I need to add that dog hype sound effect. Credit scene from Silent Hill 2. Yeah. Well, that was pissing Andrea off. I don't think there are any dragons in Dragon Quest VIII until the post-endgame. She's like, I was promised dragons and quests, and I only got one of those two things. Then I had her play Blue Dragon, which is Sakaguchi's take on a Dragon Quest game for the Xbox 360. That delivers on its title pretty quickly. Yep, but this is just a game where you fish for 90 hours or however long it is. So, the castle again. Sure, why not? She gonna, like, legit join my party? I think she did. That's cool. Don't call me an idiot. Jeez, be nice. Oh, there's an examine button. Oh, yikes. She looks mischievous. I couldn't trust her. Herb stick. Maybe getting money is a little bit easier this time. We'll see. Yes. Pot lid. We'll just go with that for now. I'm worried about money being a problem later on, right? I do like the individual party members have their own inventories. Earthbound does that as well. Feels like something interesting you have to control for, you know? You see if the church saves the game now that it's daytime? 16 years old already. If you spend your whole life messing around with Prince Kiefer, you'll end up like your uncle, who is potentially a criminal pirate, some kind of person like that. I bet that it doesn't take this long to save to the card, but they wanted to play the sound effect. It ended right after the song stops. This is one of those things that's just like, this is how we've always done game saving, so... You gotta go to a church, you gotta play the little song. I think that's enough for now. Yeah, life is pain. You and Kiefer love your little not-so-secret viz, that little beach the rest of the village. You used to keep boats there, but now no one's allowed to get near the place, as you very well know. All about scratching the nostalgia itch, if you heard that. Oh, so are we on the world map? Oh, that's cool. Neat. Yeah, we're the only island in existence, for sure. 100%. This is just how we draw our maps when we zoom them out. That's a neat way to do it, though, so I'm guessing that the original game was top-down on the world map, right? It probably wasn't like this. Yeah. See what we bump into. I don't know. I'm not even sure if I can get into battles this early in the game. You'd think you would on the map here, but... I'm also not sure if they're traditional random encounters, or if we're going to see them on the screen. Doesn't look like there's any random battles right now. Just run around and explore. It was a hybrid of both Chaos Factor. Let's see. Maybe yell at me for going here. So you're basically in my party to railroad me. Let's see how it is. Jeez. Some people's kids, man. Look at this. If you weren't around, think of all the other chests I could have gotten by now. I love that running animation. I don't think I've ever seen a girl run that way, but Japanese games like adding weird running animations for female characters. Especially she's flying. Yeah, let's go. She best be a permanent party member. I hope I didn't just buy her a stick that she's gonna steal from me. She's an airplane. Whoosh! Exactly. Let's see. Oh man, there's an inn and a town square. Rusty old swords and shields. God, are you telling me I should go into your house and like rob you of your swords and shields? That's kind of what I interpreted from that. Yeah, I'll assume random as well. There is a mix of both in Dragon Quest VIII, wasn't there? Sometimes you'd see enemies on the map in dungeons. I might actually be thinking about Dragon Quest Monsters, which was made after 8 and used a lot of the same assets. Sorry if I scroll through the text pretty fast. I am reading it at the rate at which it scrolls, but it looks like pressing the D-pad also scrolls the text, so I'll try to let my hand off the left side of the DS when I'm talking to people. Whoa. Crazy dungeon. Am I right? Japan. So that's interesting. It looks like they're going to be gating combat. I would have expected there to be fights on the world map. Puppy! Yeah, this little puppy model is adorable. I might hold off on the Seed of Wisdom. I'm still not sure what the combat's like in Dragon Quest VII, so... It's... My main character is never going to use the stat that I'm going to put the points in there. Yeah, I already used it. But it's only for battle text, see, battle messages. Alright, Chimera Wing. Better way to spell Chimera. What's up, old dude? I'm probably gonna have to come back to you. Eccentric old lunatic lived here, and you thought it would be fun to disturb him. Well, that is exactly what I was expecting. And it was fun, so bite me. There's gotta be like a secret behind one of these bookcases, right? Alright. Okay, come back here later. Later, gnarly old dude. Woof, 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 woof. So far, I like the soundtrack of this one a little bit better than 8. 8's good, don't get me wrong. I just soft spot in my heart for synthesized instruments. Let's check out the item/weapon shop before we go rob some more people that I know I'm missing out on. Hairband. Okay, so most of the stuff I already have. Mentioned weapons and items, but maybe they just count as the same store here. Oh, wait. Perhaps not. Oh, they're not going to sell to me yet. I see. She's dating the weapon owner. You think that the guy downstairs would run the weapon shop and he would run the item shop, but whatever. You know what I was talking about, D-Piece. Yeah. Gnarly old goat dude. Put them in the Iron Maiden. Excellent. Execute. Focus. You're good. Never do well that lives in the northeast corner of town. There's Prince Kiefer. Come to the tour. Really? The Japanese version of Dragon Quest VIII didn't have an orchestral soundtrack? I didn't know that. That's funny. I'll have to download it sometime. I wonder why they changed it. Yeah, it's different audience, I guess. Like, I would listen to that soundtrack, the orchestral version, if I was studying or something similar, or working. Didn't want to feel distracted by the music. So this guy is a drunk. Pike. Oh, there wasn't voice acting in the Japanese one either? Wow. Yeah, the voice acting really stood out for me in that game too. It was pretty good. Wow, interesting. Oh shit. I didn't know that. I love the little shitty stairs. Even in the 3D, it's really cool looking. Very hard to dislike the man. Doesn't pay what he owes, we're gonna have to evict him. Okay. Special. Really? You can't put 3 cabinets. I like that the inspection rate is fast, if that makes sense. Like, it felt like Dragon Quest VIII, you would click on something and it would take about 3 seconds to resolve whatever you did. This one, after you choose to interact with it, it's over with pretty quickly. You can search through a house pretty fast. I chased one in my garden when I found a Maria and our wife through a window. Sure. What's up? Mustn't disturb a lady when she's doing her makeup. Noted. Hope you don't mind, but I helped myself to 50 gold coins. I'll be back here before you know it. Honest. You're trying to tell us something about Pike here. But all the townsfolk are contributing to his character developments. One big happy family. Still, sometimes it's a little sad to think we're the only island in the world and that there's nobody else out there. Bears in the hills to the east, you want to meet them, I hear they're ferocious man-eaters. That's why no one goes that way. Up we go. Welcome to Estard Castle. Welcome, Corneria. King is it Donald? Donald. Wow. The old classic door opening sound. What's up, Keefs? You seem trustworthy. No problem. How old is he? All our time fixing up that old wreck in our secret spots, we have to face facts. No way the two of us will ever get that boat seaworthy. If we're gonna find out the truth, we need to start here in this island. I believe this is the only island in the world, but I don't buy that for a second, and neither do you. Searching through the castle storerooms, and I found an old book that looks pretty interesting. According to the parts I could read, there's a place called the Shrine of Awakening somewhere in the mountains to the east. We're gonna need the light of the sun. Cool. Buy some time. Keep the old man talking for as long as you can. Won't twig at what I've scarpered. Does this guy make up words? use them in a novel way, I guess I should say. Please, go ahead. Okay, let me talk around down here. I'm curious for like people who are going to be doing speedrunning of Dragon Quest, like how much of their knowledge of the original releases of the games will carry over to the remakes. How much of that is muscle memory? What sort of changes are going to affect the run? Ooh, shield. And a spear. Yeah, okay. Have a sudden worry that I'm going to find one of these lying around. I guess if that happens, I can give the second one to Maribel if she rejoins me. Twig my scarper is British slang? Do you have a link for me? I think I've heard that one before. Hey, look at that, a bank. Oh, only in units of 1,000 gold coins, okay. So you do want to deposit your money whenever you have the capacity to, because the death penalty in the Dragon Quest series is respawning with half of your money. It cost me 300 gold coins. More deets from Pike. Not yet. King Donald is not a man to be kept waiting. I don't see a time limit on this screen, so I can dork around breaking people's shit for as long as I like. It's gone too far this time. This is outrageous. The character costumes in this game are pretty fun. They're very different from Dragon Quest VIII. Hey, how's it going, Borg? Haha, very good. Yeah, this is my first time ever playing Dragon Quest VII. The only DQ game I've beaten is 8. Yeah, it's tough with the 3DS, right? You already waste so much screen real estate with the 2 screens just to be able to show them as big as you can, so... The item asks me, very important, is that clear? Sure. Absolutely yes, just as I suspected. I've decided that the protagonist is ultra honest. It's kind of the sort of protagonist that Akira Toriyama just draws. You get that from the style of the character. I wonder if there is a Dragon Quest game where you play as like a rascal or a thief or something as the main character. Exact detail of my youthful instruction there, of course. It's best for your friend. Be on your way and do not disappoint. Alright, secretly working for the king. Do my best. It looks like even if I hold the circle pad, it still progresses the text. I have to break that habit. I'm sure we're getting down on the first keep across the line this time. End up as a bear's breakfast. I shouldn't say 8's the only Dragon Quest game I've beaten. I also did Dragon Quest Monsters. To a lot of at least monster lore, if nothing else. So I saw 2 other rooms there on the left and right. Is it trivial for me to get to those, or are these doors closed? Special, move through your closets and shit. Alright, Chimera Wing. We'll be warping for days. Assume that still is like a warp wing. Take a look. I'm already running out of inventory space. Shit. Because I can move some of these into the bag. Return to any previously visited location. Transfer the bag. Transfer the bag. Some space to pick up whatever new stuff we find, you know. I think that stuff we pick up will just automatically go to the bag anyway, but just in case, be careful. Just out of curiosity. Wow, yeah, they really let you explore. That's pretty cool. I'm trying to imagine what the original level design looked like now that they've converted it to 3D. So locate the forbidden place, which is of course strictly off limits. All the zones have names like that in the Galaxy of Terror. It has potential to be interesting in combat. I think that it needs to move a little bit faster. I think Dragon Quest is a little bit better than Earthbound. As much as I love Earthbound as an RPG, they really fill your inventory with a lot of stupid bullshit. Like, key items take up space in your combat inventory. These old fairy stories, the ones full of scary monsters, I wonder if you know all that stuff in the first place. Never mind the imaginary creature, don't be worried if those very real bears in the east attacked us. Was our dad's rad fishing boat. Cool. It's really well known on this island. I'm not a nobody just because I'm a fisherman's son. It's a map I found. Whoever drew this map had quite an imagination. I like their approach, just drilling in things about Pike and about everyone's assumption that this is all there is in the world. Bummer. Come back there later. Probably sick loot in the basement. Yeah, I think the idea that you need to distribute items among your party and that your party can only use those items that are in their bags is interesting insofar as it potentially creates cool strategies and ways to deal with fights. It's another decision you have to think about, but it ends up feeling like a frustrating limitation more often than not, I think. And you see that even in this game, which is pretty tight on the options and menus, it takes a little while to transfer even one item between your inventory to the bag. You want to go down a level to get out of here? Yeah, that's right. Stairs. Oh, for the drawbridge. That's never going to matter. Cute little island gets invaded. Alright, so you think she's still in the weapon shop? Probs, right? Oh, she's gone. Yeah. Right, it ends up... It's sort of like the whole blood vials system. Like, it's tedious to build up your blood vials in a game like Bloodborne. Should be interesting. But in practice, it's just frustrating. Hang out at the beach, is that where I think he is? Up at the forbidden place. Don't budge an inch. Mass Effect 1's pretty bad. Here's 500 pieces of shitty loot, and we're not going to help you figure out which one's the best. Oh man, this new area. Not allowed to save on the world map, am I? I don't doubt it. There's a quick save because it's a 3DS game. I'm pretty sure that like traditional saving is probably still limited to churches. Screw this way. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be frustrating. I'm trying to think of a game that has a really limited inventory where that feels exciting and interesting. Like, I'm okay with inventories that are unlimited, but you equip some as like a quick cast, like you have in a game like Dark Souls. So I'm guessing all these maps on the bottom screen are like custom art that they made for this game. Where's Numbnuts? I figured he would be back here somewhere. Info. Recent developments. Southeastern part. Okay, so I assume that's where we're going. I'm glad they... I don't know if that was in the original game, a little info thing that helps you catch up on where you're supposed to be. Oh, there he is. What's up, dude? Mysterious statue of a man with a beard. Yeah, I think it works in, horror games, right? Fits. I've got a book. I got a book. These look like stone tablets. Most of the book is written in an ancient script and you can't make head nor tail of. Should the bloke with the staff looks exactly like this statue. If you submit this statue and something will happen. Sunstone ring. Something's bound to happen. Yeah, I like the Diablo style, like, Tetris inventory. That can be a lot of fun if it's done well. Yeah, let's do it. I'm just gonna tell everybody yes. But enough talk. Have at you. I think you need to put it in the staff there, buddy. There's a little, like, recess at the top of it. I wonder if that joke worked in the original version of the game. Totally good idea, Goomba. Yeah, on our idyllic island where nothing is bad, except for maybe the bears. Totally like in a Pandora's Box temple, release monsters onto the island or something. Dermot the Hermit. Sure. Grumpy old ducker. He knows his onions about the olden days. Dad's always asking about that stuff. Since the sun's over kind of useless, I'm just see if I can turn anything else. Okay, so something. I was hoping he was going to give me the ring because he thinks it's useless. Alright, so I think we already bumped into Dermot the Hermit. Funny name. He was the dude in the basement area. I don't think there's another way for us to get to him. We probably have to go through the basement. World map music. Pretty. So we're going to the castle up in the northwest. Let's go ahead and knock that out. Probably save when I get another opportunity here. Not that I'm really at risk of losing anything. I've spent most of my money so far. It would be swell if the nun standing outside helped you save your game. Yep. That one. Yep. Go for it. I bet that save happens instantly. They just want to play the whole song. And down we go. This guy that's down here, right? The harp music. In case you weren't sure that this dude likes books. What's up, Dermot? Help me out here, buddy. Absolutely. Here, door-to-door salesman. Are you an encyclopedia salesman? No, ma'am. Burglar. Here to burgle you. Don't buy any old book you bring me. You're making a big mistake. I wonder if I just screwed myself out of 500 gold coins. This educated young layabout. He seems to be one step ahead of those dull-witted scholars up at the castle. Come back later. Alright, so we're fetch questing. Leaving books with him. Presumably going back to the temple we were just at to fetch him. Maybe he'll join our party, we'll see. Down south. Hey, serious? It's coming along pretty well. I just started it. What's up, D-Rock? Wrapped up Albert Odyssey today. That was cool. This is my first time playing Dragon Quest VII. The only Dragon Quest titles I've played are 8 and Monsters. Because I started Dragon Warrior 1 when I was a kid on a rental, but I never beat it. He's still here somewhere? Oh, Jimmy. He said he was going to run around the ruins and try to figure something out, so maybe he's still here somewhere. Double check the info list in a second. At least have that to kind of point you in the right direction. Hey, Sailor Peter, how's it going? How was your Thursday evening, Friday morning coming along? Yeah, I don't see him. Let me see if I can suss out his location. Time to tame the tone. It's alliteration. Search Kiefer. Something. Search if anything happens. Did he say where he was going, Kiefer? I must have missed it. I clicked that on accident and I can't jump back out of it. Don't think he's here. There's a finite number of other areas that I can investigate, but if you happen to know where he is, since we're just doing a short launch stream tonight, to see more of Dragon Quest VII, you can point me in the right direction. This has kind of been a classic problem with Dragon Quest. The few games that I've played can often be difficult to figure out where to go next. I think having a little history thing there is really nice. Oh, awesome. How'd that go? It's Thursday for me still as well. For another hour here in New Mexico. The VOD for Albert Odyssey is on YouTube if you'd like to check it out. So, don't think he's going to be back in town. He might be in one of these other places, if it'll let me go there. Oh, it's letting me go in there. Alright, that's cool. Shoreside Shrine. Localizers enjoy their alliteration. That is literally what this is. Breaking everybody's shit, getting loot. Back to the castle. Good looking out, Sailor. Appreciate it. this is where we were dorking around earlier. I got some loot, so that's cool. I'm excited to have made it this far without getting stuck on the story. That was pretty good. I think I liked the first half of the game better, like before the false ending sequence. After that, it kind of loses focus a bit. And it feels like they were pushing to make the game longer than it was, but I would have preferred that they ended it where it seemed like the natural endpoint was. Had really good graphics, and I really enjoyed the soundtrack on the whole. It was quite good. He is... Don't he throw all these people's vases all over the place? That guy isn't... You know, the protagonist of Dragon Quest VIII at least has the kindness to pick up the barrels and throw them, but this guy just punches shit. He doesn't have time for it. Might be down by the dungeon area as well. A couple places I can check for to find this kid. Just uncover the whole castle if we can. Kids these days. I'm sure all the world's vandals tracking back to Dragon Quest. I saw it in my games! What luck, a pair of wrecked specs. Huh. What do we think that is? No, it's cool. I like how they have different styles. Who could these belong to? Huh. Is there anything we got? Pilchard pie. Feast on this fishy delight to restore a few HP. Supreme Spirit of Good did battle with the Supreme Spirit of Evil. Oh shit, we're getting intense here. I'm just finding your glasses for you. The too many powers clashed before good finally prevailed. That's where the world's so nice and peaceful. Where did the Spirit of Good go after the battle was over? What's repeating holes? It's just the story. Probably locked up all the evil. Yeah. Deets. Rather than doing something kind of productive, I'm okay to just flail about, but I'll ask if I get stuck again. There he is. Thank God I have this power to see through walls. This kind of weird isometric view of reality is the fisherman's son. That statue had absolutely everything I could think of, and has to do with the sun. I had to be quick too. If my dad works up at round 2, we're finished. Alright, 5,000 gold coins for him. I was convinced that Pike was going to be a pirate. He's just a drunk that scamps people. Sizzling stone. Taking care not to burn his fingers. Cool. Alright, so you gonna come with me to Dermot the Hermit? That's right, I asked you to. All this running around the place I completely forgot. Yes. Let's go see the old coot. Hey, he joined my party. Oh, he might be an actual party member, since it's playing the fun music this time, and when Maribel joined it, because nothing happened. Praise the sun. Okay, cool. Oh, that's interesting. I would have thought that they would have done the traditional party member walks into your body and becomes part of you, not have them follow you around. I'm down with that. Isn't there a George Carlin bit about that, Yukupo? What the sun has done for you? I'm gonna go back down through this. I curse the sun more frequently than I praise it, unfortunately. Should try to be more grossly incandescent. Oh, shit. Man. There we go. Alright, what's up, dude? That's a good one, too, Six Gun. People's Republic of Judea, right? Other than the roads and the aqueducts. Here, on, if you shut up for a minute, I'll tell you what I found out. What you got for us, Dermot the Hermit? It can't be terribly important since you don't have a unique sprite. As far as I can tell, the bright light in this picture at the front doesn't have anything to do with the sun at all. Not even a little bit? Even the tiniest little smidgen. The light in the picture represents the strength and radiance given off by the pure heart of a chosen one. Well, that's neither of us. Game over. Go back home. Chosen by who and for what? Who built that temple in the first place? But he is basically Master Roshi, isn't he, Sailor? I love Toriyama, but, you know, he does have, like, maybe 50 stock characters that he draws from. A character like Yangus was actually pretty different in Dragon Quest VIII. When purest heart and firm resolve are proved beyond a doubt, seek not your path, O Chosen One, for it shall seek you out. Hey, that rhymes and has meter to it. So when the Chosen One, which is obviously me, shows that statue what a pure heart and true spirit he has, that'll do the trick. Ho-ho! You certainly have a high opinion of yourselves. Who knows, that unshakable self-belief of yours may set something in motion to reveal the secret of the forbidden place after all. Seek not your path, O Chosen One, for it shall seek you out. Okay, it's not. Wondering if it was iambic pentameter. Yeah, I really enjoyed Yangus. I just today learned that Dragon Quest VIII didn't originally have voice acting in Japan, so it added a lot to him as a character. Yeah, absolutely, Kipo. He was a fun time. Oh, snap. You got caught. It might be my fault, I did kind of rat on you. Afraid I'll have to pass. Cool, blimey! I love all the scenes. The running joke in Dragon Quest VIII where Trode like sneaks up on him. It's awesome. Begging you, Prince Kiefer. An aging mother to look after. She just had a baby, or was it two? I think that's something you should probably pay attention to, man. I get it. Give me the ring. Give me the ring. I'm the pure-hearted one. I'm the chosen one. Oh my god. Ah! Alright, I'll go home. With that, the sun sets another long and eventful day. Wake up, will ya? What's up? Are you sneaking out in the middle of the night? Go questing? Sorry it's late and everything that took ages. My dad says give me the ear badging of the century, and when he's finished, he sent me to my room. What am I, 6? Well, basically, the way you're acting. Get going before the sun comes up. Let's do it. Oh yeah? That's really cool, Yukiko. He's a character that kind of makes you smile in your heart, right? Because he's like a mercenary, almost like thug, but he's just so loyal. He's like the Wookiee of that game. Love that slime loading screen. Secret of the ruins hype. Hey, I appreciate that. It's gonna cut to us going to the ruins and making me walk there. Well, it can never be interesting if there are random battles, but since there aren't right now, I may as well save us some time. Purest Heart, Inc. You all set? Sure am. Nothing's gonna stop me. What do you say? Are you with me or what? Heck yeah. Yoo-hoo! Please reveal the way forward. Yoo-hoo! Big summer blowout! Look at that. Easy mode. Guess we had to know that our hearts were super pure for it to work. It's a really cool animation. Again, I'll have to go and watch a Let's Play of this game in the original version to see what's changed into the 3DS version. Self-belief and shouting. That's how anything works, right? The real Dark Souls starts here. Oh, it's gonna be a puzzle? Right on. Potentially a dungeon hype. This is what it looks like inside. So this is the meaning of inside the temple. What the heck is this gazoo-looking motherfucker? He's the alien that serves Fred Flintstone. What's up? Seems you can see me at long last. How long have I waited? How many decades, no centuries have passed? I lost track so long ago. If you're wondering, you're in the Shrine of Awakening. Only those who are chosen by a higher power can enter, namely me. Since you appear to be here, I think we can safely assume you qualify. Congratulations. Now you've noticed a large door behind me. If you want to open it, you're going to need a little help from our 4 saints here. Sure. Puzzle time, presumably. I guess so normally I would have to actually press examine. But if I just press the A button, that works too. That's nice. Fragments, which are handily marked on the map. Yeah, I'll have to check out High Spirits speedrun Sailor Peter. I watched a good chunk of his run, but I missed Dragon Quest VII entirely. I'll go back and watch it. Nice way to experience it quickly. Okay, I see where we're going with this. Is there a little yellow temple on the side? A great gazoo. Go downstairs, perhaps. Door is firmly locked. Okay. So maybe we gotta use the little fragments on these statues after all. See what's going on in the back walls. So armor, shield, helmets, sword. Okay, nothing new here yet. First of the great saints, my dominion is the land, the ground beneath our feet. In ancient times, the surface of our world was molten and ever changing. It was defenseless, but in time it came to be plated in the solid armor of the land itself. I am the second of the great saints. I govern the wind that whips into the trees and drives great waves across the oceans. As the aeons pass, the wind can leave deep scars, its razor-edged blade never resting. To guard against its remorseless onslaught, one must hold one of these. To what do I refer? Okay, let me read this again. Armor. And shield, right? Third, I rule over the element of fire, the devourer of all things. And in anger, I erupt with a livid fury that none can contain. To withstand the fires that fall from the heavens, we must keep a cool head and equip this sacred item. I'm phrasing that like a... What is a helmet? The fourth of the great saints, my dominion is water, the running rivers and the endless ocean. Water is the source of all life. Wash away all evil. Its torrents acting as a more shield. What is its true strength? Does it lie in anger? Does it lie in love? Only the sacred sword can show the answer. Okay, so they've all talked to me. Maybe he says something new now that I've talked to all of them. Back, talk to Gazoo again. What's up, buddy? It seems like we need to find the way to secret rooms. Far to the north, if you're just east of Estard, you'll find an ancient door that's been sealed for centuries. Ah, okay. Oh man, quest type. Let's go do it. This really gives you that sense of adventure, you know? Mystery and exploration. Maybe that's kind of the theme of the story in this game, since the protagonists think that they're the only island in the world. And they don't have to go for, like, the amnesia storyline. So it said north of Estard, right? Should really make that happen pretty easily. Okay, I think it's this guy up here. There's the ruins on my right. Grave of Earth and Fire. Yeah, that's right. Okay, and we've seen a couple of these already. Cool. I see. That's neat. There's the helmets. Presumably, Kiefer has to stand on the other one, maybe? Oh no, they're just doing a really simple puzzle here. Okay. Need to establish this idea of pressure plates. What luck! The Saint's Helm. I like the little exclamations when you find important items. It's fun. So there should be another one in the room next to us, presumably. Was it helm was fire, sword is water, which is unexpected when I'm down. Earth is armor, and wind is shield. Oh yeah? What was difficult about it? Or what was longer about it? I feel like they should be careful to not front-load something that's that long or hard in a game like this, but I guess they figure that if you're playing Dragon Quest, you've played every Dragon Quest, or you're a huge fan of the series, you don't really need to draw you in. This is the game that's so popular in Japan that they're careful to only launch it on holidays, so the country doesn't shut down and everyone takes off work to play it. Looks like... Does this actually take us somewhere else, or does it exit out the bottom? Oh, it actually takes us somewhere else. That's cool. There might be more in this one over here. I'm gonna check real quick. Grave of Wind and Water. Alright. I'm glad I went out the back. I guess if they made it easier, that explains the, why it feels like you're just kind of going through the motion and quick to grab everything, you know? I don't know why the four classical elements are so attractive in fantasy. You see some games will diverge a bit. I haven't seen a game that does, like, the Chinese elements. Yep, this game just launched about an hour ago on the 3DS. I don't think we're going to get into any battles until maybe another 30 minutes or so. I've heard this game has a really long opening compared to others. We've been on a pretty straight path of progress, too. I haven't been doing a lot of dorking around, talking to people. It does look good. Yep, I'm impressed with it. I'm excited for the Dragon Quest VIII remake, too. Probably hold off on playing DQ8 on stream until the 3DS version comes out. Get some of those nice quality of life improvements, you know? Oh, did it have like monsters and fights and stuff? So that should be the last item. It'd be nice if we could equip all that cool stuff. Probably just gonna give them to the statues, though. Oh, just lots of puzzles? No, I'm down with puzzles. It's gonna be fun. I wonder why they changed it. Hopefully they got to cannibalize those puzzles and use them somewhere else in the game, you know? This took 3 to 4 hours blind? Wow. I mean, I've definitely played RPGs that have hard puzzles at the get-go. Like, Lufia 2 is pretty tough if you're blind, even in some of the early dungeons. Yeah, I know, right, Yukipo? And it's... I think that we tend to want to have that, okay, let's just open with a battle, let's just start with action right away. And I think that it's correct in a lot of ways to get you hooked on something. But we're missing out on something by demanding that in modern game design, you know? Like, there's something to be said for the slow burn story that takes 2 or 3 hours before you start to get into action. We're seeing less of that in movies now, too. Films are shot so fast, the pacing is so quick, you don't get room to breathe. Yeah. But like even Dragon Quest VIII is a modern game, and I think the very first thing that happens in that one is you get into a battle with the slime. You have a little bit of downtime after that, but this one in particular, you're trying to slow burn the way the monsters work in the lake. Okay, so it's not going to make me actually pick which one to give him. Oops. They're building all this suspense by making you watch the animation for each one of these items. Xenosaga is really slow burn as well. I think we went 2 hours. That game had like a token simulation battle towards the beginning, but then it went a couple hours before more combat. There, D-Rock, sleep well. Good seeing you. You had to pick which one, but it was probably really obvious which one you had to do in the PS1, right? Yeah, I guess my point is that there's not a wrong way of doing it, and different people have different preferences. And I think that I understand why the industry is moving towards open with an exciting action scene. And you know, if I were to make a game, I would probably do that. I would do that in my D&D game, for example. My first adventure would open with action, and then slow down after that. But it's unfortunate that there's so much pressure to do that you're going to lose your audience if they don't have crazy combat, some kind of crazy action event within the first few minutes of play. Yes, exactly. But it's nice when all things are the same. Like, I love the Tomb Raider 2013, but the opening of that game is like, ridiculous. The whole game is pretty ridiculous. Lara Croft has a very, very, very bad day. You start to question just how ridiculous of a day she's having. It's really exciting to play because of that, but... Yeah, Twilight Princess is an example of being done poorly, exactly. It is the worst opening of any Zelda game by a long, long, long shot. Okay, I still can't open these guys. Check it out later. And it's not even like doing interesting Zelda-like stuff. I mean, I think the Link to the Past and Ocarina of Time nailed it. They got the opening just right. Ocarina of Time had to be a little bit slower than Link to the Past because it was a new genre at the time. No one had played a 3D Zelda before, so they had to give you some time to breathe. Nope. It's a spooky ghost. Nice, Yukipo. Ah, the Water Temple. Are you playing the 3DS version? The Water Temple is just so significantly improved in the 3DS version of Ocarina of Time. It's a strictly better remake. So what's Gazoo up to up here? Let's help us in a get-rich-quick scheme. Look at day over 21. Right, so he's Gazoo Tingle. Super old. 4 giant pillars. Like a warp pipe. Mysterious pedestals arranged at the top of each pillar. Nice. Yeah, if you haven't played the 64 version recently, some of those improvements in the Water Temple are really, really well done and subtle. Just having the little lines everywhere that draw your attention in certain directions for conveyance. Ask for guidance. For a big ship that just come home to ports. Oh, Jimmy. You gonna be at this for a while, maybe? Cool. I wonder what this one was like in the PS1 version. Oops, didn't mean to do that, I'd already done it. The Majora's Mask 3D is super well done as well. Alright, so we're gonna go back to town. Maybe this is like creating the world if we fill in the pillars or something. It looks like they're maps of islands. The opening of this game actually reminds me a lot of Phantom Hourglass, which maybe Phantom Hourglass was inspired by this one. Yep, we get one from them. Maybe he caught one out at sea. Well, I wasn't 100% sure that the pillars represented islands we were going to visit, but I guess now I know. Let's go back home. Maybe we'll get to a battle before we wrap up. I'm playing for about another 40 minutes tonight. I think we're doing alright, so I might play this next week. We'll see. Keep an eye on my schedule if you'd like to see some more Dragon Quest VII. We are going to play it eventually for sure. We'll either do like a Dragon Quest franchise focus, or people add it to the voting spreadsheet at vote.marstead.com. You can see the games we've played so far on stream at games.marstead.com if you so fancy. Oh, that boss fight is so cool in principle. I mean, it ends up being easy, but it's mostly a spectacle boss fight, you know? Oh, shit. Easy to accidentally talk to somebody again. So I haven't found anything down here. Nothing down here. See if I can talk to my dad. He found one while out at sea or something. What's up, dude? The lovely Pilchard's fast, we called him in. Choppy, we were getting out of our depth, but we made it. Glad everything turned out okay. It's a kitty! Aww. It's a haul and a half. Yeah, right? Hopefully, we'll see game. Hey, it's my dad who's not at all Zeus. I followed that for years, that's the year you were born. That year was the best of them all. Interesting. Meow! Go check out that kitty again in a second. No, give me the thing, give me the thing. Yes, give it to me. Stone tablet hype. Alright, so I probably have to show it to the prince before I go back to the temple, it sounds like. They don't want us doing stuff without him. Okay, that's Pike. Like, what the heck happened to Pearl? This is my drunk uncle. Yep. That's fine. A tablet hype indeed. Let's go talk to Kiefer. Sazalan-sama. Get him back in the party. We'll stop and we'll save again. We haven't done that in a minute. I'm surprised that they resisted the urge to inject like a trivial slime battle or something at the beginning of this game, you know? Maybe it's just that it's not fitting in the flavor that this is a peaceful island where nothing bad ever happens. For now, anyway. Sure do. Poor child. Jeez, man, I've got like a kick-ass fisher dad. Got a bamboo spear, I'm living the good life. Poor child. Dragon Quest is like a pretty big standalone among JRPGs in that it has a very benevolent church on the whole. There's occasionally church figures that aren't super benevolent. Sure is. Let's go, let's go. What are the chances of that? It is destiny at work. Thank Gazoo for that one. We play this little celebratory party member music every time he leaves and rejoins. Back we go. Got a fetch, you got a quest. You waiting for Amazon to ship it to you, Mousetrap? Yeah. I got a really big SD card so I could pick these games up at midnight, but other than that, I'm using up so much space right now from digital games for that reason. And I can't get my wife to play it now unless she plays it on my 3DS. Yeah, the church is usually pretty nice in Dragon Quest. Usually in JRPGs, the church ends up being the bad guy. Surprise twist. No, it's annoying already, but that's okay. I like the series, it's charming. It's interesting, it's like if another series did this stuff with the really, really slow burn open and things like the Zing spell that has a 50% chance to res you, I think that people wouldn't tolerate it. But because it's Dragon Quest, and it's always been that way. Alright, good. I was hoping she'd rejoin us because I gave her equipment and shit, thinking she might be a permanent character. Alright, come on, Gazoo. Oh, I was about to say, are they going to make me check all those statues again? Yeah, Chancellors are bad news just in fiction in general. That's not a Japanese thing. Chancellors, Viziers, Advisors of any kind. Easy targets. They must have changed this to have a little mini-game where you have to rotate it, unless if that was in the PS1 version. Oh man, get hype! Whoa! Yeah, right. Oh, I was just gonna port us there. I thought we were gonna have to like go get on a boat and shit. What just happened? Rotating was in the PS1 version too? Gotcha. I guess it was PS1, right? You guys said it was a weird mix of 3D and 2D? Of course I'm not okay. I want an explanation of what just happened, and I want it now. This game's 15 years old. Wow. Yeah. Chrono Trigger time gate, exactly. Why is the scar so dark and gloomy? Good luck on that. Hey, thanks for the host, Kodiak. How you been, man? How was your, the talk show with Pythagatron and Alara today? I have to check out the VOD. I was still streaming at the time. Oh, Toriyama. Eek. Oh shit! Oh dang, oh jeez! Good timing. We've been playing this for an hour and a half. We're about to have our first battle of the game. This music is pretty sweet too. Yeah, right, Ikupo. I wouldn't have guessed that Propagable was as young as he was if he hadn't told us. Oh, fantastic. Slimes. I don't have any spells yet. I didn't think so. Let's just fight them. Nice, nice. Oh man, these guys got hit points for days. I like the way they did the battle screen. It kind of reminds me of Dragon Warrior in a way. It's fun. I like the battle music too. 3 experience points, 3 gold coins. Why is it full of monsters? I don't know if I would call those monsters. Quacks like a duck. We've never leveled up though, and I think that there's like a job kind of system in this game eventually. Because it described it that way when I bought the game on the eShop. So it might be a way to introduce how awesome the job system is when we get to it. That's probably my favorite system in JRPGs, jobs and classes that you level up independently. If you could do that and mix it with, like, FF9's item ability learning system, I would be all day on board for that. Oh, shoot, who's this? I like how the color scheme of this area feels really different from the continent we started on, the island we started on. What are yourselves doing here? You weren't sneaking up on you or anything. You've got nothing to fear from us. I'm Kiefer, Prince of Estard. This is Marstead and Maribel. Maeve. Is it Maeve or Maybe? Cool. Yeah, I would have liked to have avoided knowing about the job system, Cass, but it was like the back of the box. Like when you go to buy the game in the eShop, it says there's this awesome job system with whatever. Oh, good grass. Great. That was a surprise to me since it's not very Dragon Questy. Seeds, you say? Sure, I can give you some seeds. Why not? This girl's costume makes perfect sense. Can't just steam things. Maybe now the souls of the party can rest a wee bit easier. We have no idea where we are or what we're doing. We just hopped in a warp pipe, ended up in a weird slime forest. Alright. Now watch her be a badass. Maybe like we're so weak against the slimes to demonstrate how much cooler she is than we are. Oh, there were jobs in Dragon Quest III? I didn't know that. That's cool. So that was coterminous then with Final Fantasy. Not that that was an uncommon concept before Final Fantasy, but... No need for modesty. We have high evasion stats. It doesn't look like there's random battles yet. I wanted to test that real quick. Curious if she... Oh, she doesn't show up on the party list, technically, so maybe she doesn't participate in combat. I guess we'll find out. Maybe she's AI controlled. They're excluding her abilities from us intentionally. Oh, cool! They do show up on the world map instead of being random battles. I prefer that when they can do it. It's not always easy. She just gets to go. Okay, yes. That was the purpose of us doing such little damage to the slime. Demonstrate that she's a total badass. So can we use her as a Frederick and go around here and get some level ups? To Maeve. No, we're actually able to kill one pretty effectively there. I'm glad about that. XP. Try to get like a level up. I'm gonna grind here for a really long time. I really like how they handled the monsters in this. They look cool. Sweetly dodges. Yeah, Square and Enix always had kind of a friendly rivalry with each other. Da-da-da-da. Oops. Okay, I'm down to go into the town now. She kind of reminds me of Ayla so far. A better armored Ayla. Alright. Probably abuse her power to fight things for a while, but I'll pop in here for now. What's up? That's a bummer. Well, we shouldn't go back outside for a bit till we get another badass party member. Understatement of the century. It's less cheery than our town. We're getting ransacked by monsters all the time. Puppy! I just love that dog model. It's so cute looking. Same. This one. Yep. Yeah, I assume she would, but I don't want to overgrind just yet. The monsters came and stole our womenfolk away. If you gave us an awful ultimatum, wanted to see our wives and daughters alive again, we had to tear the village to pieces. Aw. That's sucky. The size of the hole I dug there. Who would do something like that? I did it. Monsters are assholes. Even for my wife. Why else would a man be tearing his own four walls down? That's a good question. What's the point in doing anything? No good will come of it. We're doomed. Welcome to Ballymolloy. It's named after our greatest hero. It's an interesting name for a hero. Like Albert's. This house I own 2 hands, now I'm tearing it down plank by plank. There's an awful lot we could learn from trees, wouldn't you agree? Ah, they're tremendous! Oh, dang! What's the story like? Where do you think you're going? I'm heading to the top of the village. Yeah, sure. Nothing to see up there. Alright, well, now we're definitely doing that thing. It's in this house. I really think that they converted a 2D top-down game to 3D really tastefully. You can still kind of see the original maps. No, sorry, we're raised in a barn. I've understood that phrase. You think people raised in a barn would be really good at closing the door? Sure did. We're a village from monsters. No one's seen her this last while. Dad's injured, Maeve's gone. Wounds give me grief. He's this village's bravest warrior. He went out to fight the monsters and save a woman, but he came back in this shape. Maybe your man the doctor will be needing a yoke called the Green Gem to make him right again. Okay, it's mine to the southeast. Sure, she comes back when we get outside, maybe. Yeah, let's do it. It's good to be nice. Come on, Maribel. Let's be heroes. Can't be nervous when we start taking things seriously. Let's get to it. Marstead. Cool. I'm gonna break your ship. I'd love to take one of your swords, but that's not how this works. The fact that barrels and stuff respawn, I wonder if the contents of it are randomly generated or anything like that. Keep an eye on it. This dude just laying on the ground. He's giving up on life. Malloy, our humble little disgrace here. Sure. 20 years ago, a mob of monsters overran the village. We men all vowed we'd stand together and fight that shower of savages to the death. We decided to take the fight to the monster's lair, and this one brave lad volunteered to go on ahead. I'll lead the charge, says he. We're behind you all the way, says we. We go after him? Indeed we didn't. We couldn't summon the courage. The brave fellow barreled on regardless, blissfully unaware that not a one of us was behind him. He died. Damn. Not before he battered a whole battalion of the beasties. I really like their alliteration. I gotta give some props to the localizer for this one. Did they change the localization for this? Did they do a new script for the English version from Dragon Warrior 7? Ballymolloy. There's what appears to be a shop here. What's up, dude? Patrick. Isn't me a house at all. Oh shit, man, he's so... Oh god. Now this is a Dragon Quest game. There's a bunch of stuff I want, and I can't afford any of it. We'll go fight some dudes for a while and see what we can make happen. There's another, like, red thing here? I don't know what that represents just yet. I can pump up some money and see if Maeve joins us. Get outside. Oh, she's just gone, so we had our opportunity to abuse her for free XP. Let's see if she's back in the forest real quick. Man, I'm happy that they went with monsters on the screen instead of random spawns. Yeah, I'm playing for the first time, Rocco. I hadn't played the PS1 version. My only Dragon Quest experience is with 8, Joker 2, and Dragon Warrior 1 for the NES when I was a kid. This one's pretty cool so far. I just now got to the part with combat as well, which is neat. It doesn't look like she's here, but it's worth a check. Pop back outside. Probably get away with fighting the slime. I'm gonna try to get her back in my party before I get too excited about leveling up, fighting stuff out in the wild. I mentioned asking her for help, so maybe she'll be here already when we get there. If not, we'll maybe fight some stuff and use the town as a base. I got an herb. I got an herb. I got an herb. Hey, 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 hey. Yeah. I thought about doing something like that. I wasn't 100% sure that she was going to leave me when I went into town. Ah, well. It looks like the monsters aren't broken strong. It would just would have sped things up a little bit if we have to do a teensy little grinding. I don't see her out here, so we'll just go fight some stuff. Try focusing down the Nightcrawler first, yeah? It's interesting that you target a group of enemies. These guys aren't a huge threat. I'm trying to see if this game has an auto battle. So I can set them to be AI characters, which makes sense for now. They've got nothing else to do other than attack. I wasn't even able to access her equipment, Galactic Kodiak. So that tipped me off that she wasn't going to be permanent. She's just going to be a badass for a while, but they don't let you get into her inventory for that exact reason. I don't know if sneaking up behind enemies actually does anything or not. I'm okay with playing it Persona 3 style when I don't actually have any interesting options for combat, you know? Yeah, this isn't too much slower. I think we can get to level 4. Ooh, we learned heal. That's exciting. Magic, heal... Oh, no MP yet. I'll have to stay at the end. Dragon Quest is brutal. It doesn't give you, like, if you got 5 MP because you leveled up, we're not going to actually give it to you. You gotta go rest in an inn first. Deal with it. I really did to take all the loot. So I'll push the 4 here, we'll go back into town and see if I might stay at the inn, top back off, and then look at the weapon shop again, see if we can afford any of that stuff. Yep. Does not screw around. Some games are so nice that when you level up, it gives you a full heal for free. Evil is consistent, does that make it better? I almost argue the opposite. They've been doing something brutal for a long time despite modern game design tenets saying to do otherwise. They're just being obstinate at this point, like with Zing. No resurrect spell should have a 50% chance to succeed. It's just frustrating. Probably need to go and rest now. Oh, is that not in the original little D-piece where the monster physically runs away? It looks similar to the one in Dragon Quest VIII. I'm sure they use that as a guide for some of this. I noticed the person on the roof there. This is as usual. 9 gold coins. Okay, that's reasonable. So I could potentially farm enough money to buy gear for everybody, but oh my goodness, it would take a minute. So it's about the roof. Yeah, right? Revive has a stated 50% chance to miss, but, you know, confirmation bias in practice, you only ever count when it fails, so you'll have the boss fight where you really need res to go off and you cast it 5 times in a row and it fails every time. Happened to Andrea when she was doing the Imperia fight in Dragon Quest VIII, my wife. Not a good time for her. That's just been the way it's always worked, so they keep doing it that way because that's the way they've always done it, right? I don't think it's a very good reason to keep doing something. It's Dragon Quest. It's one of those things that if you change it too wildly, its fan base won't be happy. I can buy anything there. No, you get Zing pretty late game. I don't think you get any real reliable form of Resurrect until, at least in Dragon Quest VIII, until like 1/3 of the way through the game, maybe? Hey, thanks for the follow. Well, that's good to have you. God, I kinda want to save up for the sword, right? It's a significant damage increase. And I can pass the spear down to Kiefer. Save for now. Armor would be pretty good too. There's a door on the side of the inn, you said? Don't think that's gonna be an upgrade for anybody. You think that's worth it? I can always pass that one down because it looks like Maribel can use the spear. We already had the coils, did we not? Yeah, they're not as good as what I have currently. Could always sell them. Alright, we'll do a teensy bit more grinding. I heard they toned down the amount of grinding necessary in the game. We're only playing for about another 10 minutes, so maybe we can do that with some battle. But this went pretty well, so pretty good chance I'll play some more Dragon Quest VII Blind sometime next week. You guys can take a look at my schedule below the stream. You can see VODs. I keep all the VODs from my channel permanently on my YouTube. Look at the list of every game we've ever played on Twitch at games.marstead.com. And you can vote for the next game at vote.marstead.com. You shouldn't need to vote for this game, though. If I'm going to play it, it'll be as part of a new game release day. One day a week or so. Weapons make a pretty huge deal. Offense is the best defense, it feels like. I should probably turn her off Show No Mercy. You can just use up all her NP really fast. Or I could not worry about it. I mean, I guess it's not gonna... There's not any boss monsters out here. We'll rest before we end up going into the dungeon anyway. No alchemy in the pot? Okay, good. It was fun, but it was stressful. I wanted to not throw out anything. I like how fast they run away, too. You notice how there's like multiple slimes ran away that round? They got that over with really quickly. They seem to have cleaned that sort of thing up on the whole. Old armor and weapons do nothing in this game. You can safely sell them. I think the worms are giving me the best XP right now. The coins, anyway. Yeah, it's interesting how this potentially cool system of the alchemy pot ends up being stressful as a player, right? It turns you into a hoarder. You don't want to get rid of anything ever. What if it's necessary for an endgame alchemy recipe or something? In the speedrun of this game, I guess the PS1 version, do they do any grinding this early in the game? I know this one demands some grinding partway through with like the metal slimes, but... consistently find them. Were monsters on the map like this in the PS1 version, or is that unique to the 3DS version? Just random battles before. Yeah, okay, I think I agree with that, Yukiko. There shouldn't be any permanent missables, and it's permanently missable. You definitely shouldn't be able to just sell it or throw it away. Right? Oh god, this is so much better than... That's awesome. I'm really happy to hear that they changed it. This is basically the same thing, right? You just end up running from anything you don't want to fight. And it wastes your time as a player, and it probably cuts down the playthrough pretty significantly if you can actively avoid enemies on the map. Chrono Trigger style. Well, great. Like we saw earlier. Running from everything until you can find medals. Gotcha. How do they deal with early bosses? They just do shenanigans like consumable items and stuff to beat them? Aw, bummer. Look how quickly those spawns happen, too. Wonder how easy this makes it to find medals then. You just walk around on the map until you see them and avoid everything. Sounds pretty convenient. Nice crit, Kiefer. Well done. Pretty big deal with some of them. Yeah. I've seen that in a lot of speedruns. RPGs in particular. So what am I doing on cash here? Okay, I wanted to be able to get... I think I could just get another club, but these guys are dying fast enough right now with level ups. Yeah, and the spear is sufficient to one-shot them. More herbs. I wouldn't have to push way longer to be able to afford the sword. It's probably a good stopping point. I think when we play next time, I'll just go ahead and progress into the mine they asked us to go to. And we'll pick up from there, probably get some money to do some grinding of the enemies inside there. Yeah, right. I'm sure they still run. Oh, I see what you're meaning. Like, if you don't sneak up behind them, they don't run away deep piece. Yeah, that'd be frustrating depending on how they execute on it. If they're that easy to spawn by just running in a circle for a while, that's one thing. But if it's like a one-time spawn when you pop into the world map, that'd be a lot more frustrating. Nope, call that right there. So that's about time for me tonight, guys. I gotta get some sleep. I will give you... Please close the software, turn the power off. Awesome. Give you guys a heads up on what's coming up for the rest of the week. If you just tuned in, hey, I'm Marstead. I'm trying to beat every awesome game ever made live on Twitch. You can see our progress at games.marstead.com. It's a spreadsheet with every game we've ever played, the current completion status, whether it was blind, and a YouTube link for that game if you wanted to see it. Dragon Quest VII will return likely next week. Watch my schedule underneath the stream. We'll probably fill this in as a new game day. For a while, I might not play it until we beat it directly. Might fit it on some other time. Other games coming up tomorrow. We're doing some Dark Souls 3. We'll be playing games as part of my Patreon sub-block, so keep an eye out for that. More Dead Space 2, Persona 3, Monster Hunter Generations, and like I said, Dragon Quest VII next week. Have a good rest of your night. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Sleep well. Also, I'll go ahead and throw a host to someone playing Dragon Quest VII and keep the party rolling tonight. It looks like there is somebody else who's still online.